Our top story tonight is that President Joe Biden is back in the nation's capital now following his first visit to New Hampshire since becoming commander-in-chief. He was in Grafton County, specifically Woodstock, with a population of about 1,400. The key piece of infrastructure behind him while he spoke there might not seem too well traveled by some, but for the president, it meant a great deal more than simply a means to get to the other side. Now, Local 22's own Lauren Maloney was the only local TV journalist right there as President Biden spoke. She is live in Woodstock now, just a few minutes away from that bridge. Lauren?
And Mike, it was the president's first visit since signing the big infrastructure bill yesterday. We have to say it was cold, it was snowy, windy, just at that span of the bridge today. Again, this 82-year-old bridge over the Pemigewasset River, and just a small group of people actually gathered right in front of the span. I would say around 3 or 4 dozen people, a lot of supporters. I spotted a veteran in the crowd as well, and there were some broadband telecommunication leaders in Woodstock and Grafton County as well. State Democratic leaders, of course, supporters, and the congressional delegation. But Mike, let's start from the beginning of the afternoon when the president landed in Manchester, New Hampshire. He touched down just after 1 p.m. He was greeted by Republican Governor Chris Sununu, who just last week may have provided Democrats a little breathing room when he decided not to run for Senate and instead go for a 4th term in the corner office, putting this battleground state in a more comfortable position, you could say, for Democratic Senator and former governor herself, Maggie Hassan. Hassan joined the president on Air Force One along with fellow Senator Jeanne Shaheen and Congress members too. Shaheen told reporters actually last week the bridge provided a good backdrop for heavier vehicles, including rural commerce and the logging industry.
Thank you.
I have to say that was a big focus of the president's speech. This is more about your average car going across and getting to the other side. And while he was in a remote part of Woodstock, there were actually several homes in that small, tiny street as well, within earshot actually of the president's speech this afternoon.
Folks, it's not hyperbole to say that your delegation is laser focused on your needs, the people of New Hampshire, the concerns that are discussed around our kitchen tables. This isn't esoteric. This isn't some gigantic bill. It is, but it's about what happens to ordinary people.
Before the president and members of Congress were welcomed to Woodstock this afternoon, I did spot former New Orleans, Louisiana Mitch Landrieu in the crowd. Just at the beginning of the week, he was named basically infrastructure czar when it comes to this bill. He will oversee how money is spent. So he already traveling with the president this week when it comes to touting this bill. That said, I'm going to bring in our very own Local 22's Jolie Sherman, who has been in Woodstock for much of the day. Jolie, I know you spoke with community members as well about what this bill would mean for Woodstock, but also you came across some protesters too, which we have to understand there were plenty of in the area today.
That's absolutely right, Lauren. It was a rather divided downtown Woodstock earlier today, with Granite Staters either supporting the president's visit or even protesting it. I started the day talking with Cheryl Reardon, who oversees Woodstock's operation. She says that the state will get $1.1 billion from this infrastructure bill, which, of course, will improve the state's bridges, roads, and expand broadband access in an effort to increase connectivity here in the Granite State. One day after signing a $1 trillion infrastructure bill, President Joe Biden took a victory lap in the Granite State, speaking at the historic Pemigewasset River Bridge. It's a span that stood for more than 80 years, and like hundreds of others in the state, it's in desperate need of repairs.
It is a bridge that's been on the New Hampshire Department of Transportation's red list since 2013. The bridge has had close to $500,000 in repairs over the last decade.
It's also a roadway people, neighbors, and families depend on.
For emergency vehicles, fire, police, ambulance, that bridge is important for them to be able to access homes on that side of the bridge.
Leaders at the Department of Transportation are looking to modernize the bridge by increasing its width and updating the floor system. The president's visit Tuesday afternoon drew supporters and opponents to downtown Woodstock. One woman from Easton says infrastructure is highly needed.
We live in New Hampshire. We need snow plows. We need money for salt. We need money for sand. And we've been getting by, but we've not caught up.
But others say they're frustrated with how things are going.
We have skyrocketing inflation. Prices are up. Wages are stagnant. The price of heating oil has gone through the roof, and we're really just fed up with the way things are going under the Biden administration.
The state will get $1.1 billion from the bill, and Chairperson Cheryl Reardon says it's a win for Woodstock.
So hopefully this infrastructure bill will be able to help communities like ours across the nation to afford these projects, broadband, expansion of broadband into areas of our communities that are underserved or not served at all.
Now, it's important to note Cheryl Reardon, who you just heard from there, she says that this investment is crucial for a small town like Woodstock, where funds and budgets are limited. Now, she did express her gratitude to the Department of Transportation, who are working tirelessly to keep the Pemigewasset River Bridge, where Biden spoke today, active. They do hope to make upgrades in the next few years, a project that will be, they estimate, $5 million. So lots of activity here in the small town of Woodstock with the president, with protests. Now, I know we were interrupted before in the 6 p.m. show with frustration, but it seems like a pretty split environment here in New Hampshire.
Dozens of protesters, Jolie. There were some as well at the site of the bridge earlier today, holding signs and chanting as well. Much to be expected when it comes to this bill and when it comes to this president. We understand that. But for now, a victory lap, you could say, but there's still a lot to happen. Build Back Better still needs to be passed. That's the other part of the president's agenda. But for now, when it comes to infrastructure, the president tomorrow moves on to Michigan. For Jolie Sherman, I'm Lauren Maloney reporting live in Woodstock. Mike, back to you.
Lauren,